Hey y'all, how you doing today? I am out here at my little plum trees. As you can see, they are doing spectacularly, considering how bad they were when they got here. They were thrown out in my yard as dead trees, and it was in the middle of winter too, and they laid there in my front yard for probably a couple months actually. But I've got to do a little trimming on the bottom of this one, because what we don't want is it focusing all its energy in the lower areas. So I'm going to snip off some of this stuff, like this. I hate trimming them like this. I really don't like cutting them off. But if I don't, they're not going to produce real well. And that's certainly not what we want. I guess I'll snip that one. I hate doing that. God, I hate doing this. I really, really don't like doing it. Go ahead and take that one off, I guess. I want the tree to concentrate its energy on, making fruit this year, not just putting out more and more scraggle limbs. So I have to do one of my least favorite things in the world, which is cutting off all the new growth off of my fruit trees. I really hate doing it. But again, it's something that needs to be done if you want them to fruit for you, I guess. And I definitely want them to fruit for me. So I want it to focus all its energy up top. I am going to leave that one on there. I'm just going to trim it so that it stops trying to grow out a lot, and it'll kind of focus on that. This thing does not need to be there. Put that off. Oh, I really hate doing this. I really, really do. I am a firm believer in letting things do things naturally. But sometimes with like fruiting trees and stuff, if you want them to be high producers for you, you gotta do some things like that. I really don't like trimming them like that. It really bugs me. This one doesn't seem to be okay. Yeah, it's dead. Ugh. My hands are really messed up today. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go through and trim off what needs to be trimmed off. That's not gonna make it. And, hopefully, we're gonna have some fruit this year. I am absolutely looking forward to having some fruit this year. I'm gonna let that one alone. Take that off. I'm told you shouldn't, and I've done a lot of studying up on this. It's not just something someone told me, but done a lot of looking into it, and I'm not completely down with the techniques of the people that are high production and stuff like that. That's just not my thing. But I do want them to fruit, and I like having My fruit trees actually make us fruit. So you have to do these things sometimes, and as much as I don't like to do it, you just got to sometimes, I reckon. So I'm gonna stick with that. I'm gonna trim that one and trim that one. There we go. Let's come over here to the pear and see how it's doing today. It is doing awesome. I think this one's actually gonna come back out. So it's doing really well. I'm gonna let it alone. This one is actually why I came out here today. This peach tree we've had for a long time. And, God, I don't know if I really want to do that. I hate doing this, I really do. Leave that one. Let's take these off. I really just need it to focus its energy to the top of the tree. I really don't like doing this. I can say that 500 times. I really don't like it. But, like I said, I want them to make us some peaches. And, I want them to focus the energy to the top of the tree, not the bottom. So, I guess this is what you gotta do. I don't want that really going right there. My wife is much better at dealing with this kind of stuff than I am. She will go out there and stabby, stabby, stabby stick. Yeah, that can go in the fire. She can come out and just do it and not think about it so much, and I just feel like I don't like doing it. Take that one off. Okay, let's get this one. I will come out here tomorrow with some sealer and put the sealer on them. We've had this tree for several years, and it got ignored for quite a long time because, you know, I would get feeling better for a while and then something would go wrong, and it still does occasionally, but you know, it's just the nature of recovering from traumatic things, I guess. I should probably trim that up a little bit more, but I'm gonna see. I'll pop these off. Pop them off like that. I'll pop these off. Yeah, just try to get all the growth to head up to the top so it focuses its energy there and can make us some fruit. I'm sorry if the camera angle's a little jacked up because I'm not really looking at the phone right now. Just trying to focus on my tree. We trimmed them properly last fall. Thing right there can go in the fire. On this one here, I was hoping this limb would come back. I didn't realize how dry it had gotten over here. And I thought everything was okay. But I think this one, I don't know if that's going to come back or not. It still feels wicking to me. So I'm just going to strip off the dead stuff. It's not dead. What happens when a fruit tree gets a lack of water, or any kind of tree does it actually, they'll just like let the limbs, they'll pick a part of it to just let it kind of go, and it'll not force its energy into that. I may cut that back down and come out here and seal that up. I'm not sure what I want to do with that. I'm going to wait because it feels completely wicking to me. It's not dry and brittle. Still very bendy, which means it's wicking, which just means alive. No, it's not a witch. But yeah, I'm going to let that go. And we've got some little happy okra plants out here around this tree. And it rained really good yesterday, and all through the, well, not yesterday, but all through the night. Sorry, spider. Trim those. Hey, woodpecker. Hi, baby. He's a sweet little woodpecker, he is. I'm going to snip that and let it focus its energies into producing some fruits. So hopefully that'll help them out and help them to focus their energy upwards. And yeah, we got some okra plants around this too. Check out this mulch, y'all. That stuff is just freaking awesome. We got some okra plants out here around this one as well. And they're gonna do real well out here. Okra, man, if you're in the heat of Florida, okra loves the heat. It really does. Yes, it does. Okra does so well in the heat. Heat that would kill most everything else. Chop and drop, baby. Chop and drop all these weeds. I see people, they cut their yards. They'll mow their grass like every week in the summer. And then they'll go buy poisons to stop the weeds. And then they'll go buy weed and feed. Y'all, weed and feed is atrazine. If you want to know what's wrong with a lot of the youth in America, a lot of it is the toxin atrazine. All these things that they call herbicides are actually neurotoxins that were developed by some really nasty people in the early 1900s. You know, in a lovely European country that everyone knows so much about, yet they know nothing about. They don't bother to, these evil weeds. They don't bother to look into any kind of actual history and see that the whole trans thing that's going on has gone on many times before. And Germany's economy actually crumbled and fell under that very same ideology and thing that they're trying to do right now to everyone. And something that just really drives me crazy is the LGBTQ. Well, I can assure you that I'm married to a woman. There's no getting around that. I didn't really want to have it called marriage. I was quite happy with the word civil union. That just gave us the same legal protections, so that, you know, if you had been with your partner for many years and you lived in a home, and that their family, if someone passed away, that their family that hated everybody couldn't come just throw their partner out of a home and stuff like that, just to have, you know, legal protections over things like that. I know I'll say things like my wife sometimes, but we've been together for 13 years. And we have lived here in this home. That woman, she married well, she didn't marry me at the time. You know, she moved in with a kind of a local rock star, I guess. That was what I was. Really good musician, pretty damn good singer, and you know, I had an amazing band. I had a really great job running the music for a pretty awesome club and stuff like that, and did a lot of cool stuff. And then after about a year of being together, taking my kid home one night, and I got smashed. Well, we'd been together a couple of years, and she took care of me, would pick me up and put me on the potty and bathed me and did surgery on my legs and foot where it was rotting off of me 3 times a day for I don't even know how long. She's really amazing. But what I see going on right now is just not okay. And it's not a LG thing. It's really not. It's more of those people that like to refer to themselves as MAP. That is what is actually going on. There's some really wealthy bankers and stuff like that that are they are MAP people, and there's a tiny handful of them controlling the media and all that kind of stuff, and the banks. And I don't find it to be okay in any way, shape, or form. And honestly, none of the people that I know find it to be okay either. We're all pretty horrified by it. So I don't like being lumped in with that alphabet soup craziness acronym thing that they call LGBTQIA+. I ain't down with that. And as far as oppression goes, no one's ever oppressed me. Ever. It's just not going on. Look there. Look at that. That's awesome. Give them leaves to the babies. So, y'all keep your eyes peeled for the crazy stuff that's going on. Don't fall for it. Don't let your kids be dragged into it. It's not okay. It's not okay in any way, shape, or form. And I can assure you that it's not the LG people that are pushing this crap. Because most of us are horrified by it. And you see what I do. I'm here growing some beautiful radishes. Love strawberries, growing that. Love my chickens. You know, I live a very, very happy life with my partner. And we're not trying to get anybody else to live like we do, because frankly, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And I didn't even, I lived completely straight till I was 30 years old. I had been married to a man who was very abusive, and I had lived with nothing but men. Never had anything to do with women until I was 30. See crazy? There's my crazy. Yeah, there it is. Little banana trees. I'm hoping that one will be okay. But yeah, y'all don't fall for this stuff thinking that it's, oh, well, they're being oppressed and all of that stuff. There's nobody in this country being oppressed except people that just want to live a rational, normal life. And people that want to homestead and grow their own food and things like that are the people that they're trying to oppress. But self-sufficient people are pretty hard to oppress because we're hardcore. We don't scare easy. We're innovative. And some of us are not to be trifled with. And I think that the family unit is probably one of the most important things to humanity. And I mean the regular, good old mom, dad family unit. I actually had at least 10 miscarriages trying to have my own children. I've raised many other people's children. And like I said, the dynamic in our household is very, it's very, like, conservative, you know, mom pop type shit. That's how we live. We're not out there trying to force our lifestyle on anybody. And God, I can't possibly understand why anyone would wish for someone else to be gay, because it's not the easiest thing in the world to be gay. It really isn't. I mean, it's a lot easier now than it used to be. I came out in 2000, and I have a beautiful goddaughter, and her mom was just a freaking gorgeous psychopath, and I loved her very much, and I miss her every day. But she was batshit crazy. She could be so much fun. But I wouldn't wish being gay on anyone, honestly. It's not the easiest way to go. Even today, it's just not the easiest way to go. It's more confusing. Trusting people's harder. And my opinion is that most people that are gay were molested. And I'm sure people will say, oh, you're full of shit. I have yet to meet a gay male or female. Now I'm talking straight up lesbian or straight up gay man. Or bisexual. I'm not talking about anything else. Almost all of them I have ever spoken with have openly said, yes, I was molested. So we can see where a great deal of being gay probably comes from, huh? Again, it's that map person with shit tons of money that are pushing this stuff on people. And my personal opinion on those map people, well, I think they need an injection. That's what I think. I think every last damn one of them needs an injection. I don't think they should be allowed to exist in society. And I don't think that that ideology they're pushing is good for anyone. So to all of you, I don't care what your orientation is, speak up and say no to this crap. Say no. You're not going to force me to speak a certain way. You're not going to force me to do shit. It is absolutely time for complacency to be over and for people to stand up for what is right. Look at that mango. Isn't that beautiful? Anyway, that's my little blah 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 for the day. Y'all have a fantastic day. Much love to absolutely everybody. Because us, the people, we've got to find some common ground and show some love to each other and stand together. Otherwise, it's going to get real funky. It ain't going to be good for anybody. So again, much love everybody. Y'all have a fantastic day.